What's up, guys? Hope everyone's staying fresh. I hope everyone is enjoying their life as best as you can, right? It's been a little while since I've done just a review. I don't know if you know this, but there's been some major changes in my life. And no, I'm not saying I'm on 32nd Street and high heels and going around the world. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, I switched to Geico and I'm saving 15%, and that is not what happened. Okay, I'm not going to go into my personal life, but the point is this: I'm here with you now in the Corolla that we've done hundreds of lives and reviews, and it is what it is. Eventually we'll get back outside, but I'm doing my own thing, and I've been actually having some new things happening, and we'll get into that later on as those how do you say, roots dig deeper and the crop gets above the ground, above the surface. You know what I'm saying, though? You gotta have faith in something, but at the same time, you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, if that makes any sense. Well, we got a cigar from a brand that I've never reviewed ever. Almost positive on that. So this is Amendola Cigars. So here we are, Amendola. Beautiful packaging, beautiful band. This is the Speciale, and this is a box press 6x54. So nice big classic size, very nice construction. And on these cigars, I'm pretty sure from what I've seen on the research, and we'll get to also about Mr. Amendola himself, Jeff Amendola, how we're friends now, and I mean that when I say that. We've hung out several times now in South Florida, and did you ever have a situation where when you just click with someone, and when you meet them, and then you just on every level, not just with cigars, just talking about this life and ideas and concepts and the backgrounds and where you're from and from New York and etc. and everything. You just I believe in the universe sometimes has minor and massive change movements. Me ended up moving down here and being around a certain group of people in a certain environment and everything. In a short period of time, more things have happened as far as with my life when it comes to cigars than like in the past 5 years in Colorado. What I'm trying to say is, so I met Jeff in Del Rey with his partner, and great guys, and and not going to go into all that, but I'm just as far as what was being discussed. But the point is, we were hanging out, and then me and Jeff hung out at the other shop a few times, and just the love of cigars, and also just what's going on in the cigar community now, and just the issues he might be having, which is in general, with contracting cigars and different factories and different challenges that happens from his side and theirs. So he's been around for several years, the Amendola cigars, and it's a shame that I've never had them before, but at the same time, you got to start from somewhere. And he gave this cigar to me personally. This and the cannoli, he didn't give me his cannoli, okay? But he gave me a cigar called the cannoli, and I'm going to review that one tomorrow probably. So this will be the first time me having an Amendola cigar. And even though I'm friends with the guy, and I'm going to be brutally honest if I like the cigar or not. On my channel I don't lie, but on my channel also I point out the pros and cons of any cigar. Or if it has no cons, there's no cons. If it has no pros, it has no pros. Because I'm here not just for myself to enjoy cigars, but I'm here for the consumer side. You know what I'm saying? No, and so people don't waste their money, or so I could direct people where they should be using their money. So it is what it is with that. I gotta say, the construction, the quality of the cigar is top notch. I can't say nothing bad about it. Nice box pressing, nice foot band. The band's nice. It's very even and uniform. So just across the board right there, exterior or visible construction, right? Because the difference between visible construction than actually lighting it up. But being that, from what I've seen on the website, it is a San Latano AJ Fernandez cigar, which he contracted to them, but he designed the cigar, he designed the bands, he designed the blends. Jeff, first and foremost, is a cigar maker. Jeff is a cigar roller. He's a master roller. And the guy, when he talks about cigars, it's not just like from a business aspect, like, yeah, I want to sell cigars. Guy's a visionary. He literally, it's like meeting someone who's like a Leonardo, not Leonardo DiCaprio, a Da Vinci of tobacco. Although, just me and Jeff are painting each other in the Titanic, so got the hand on the glass, so you got to add some humor, right? So no, but he really is an artist, and I mean that, After hanging out with him a few times, I can honestly say the guy's a true cigar artist. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's an artist, and then he's using that skill on tobacco, and he has a real passion for it. And I'm not being corny here, and he's not paying me to say any of this. I care about the guy. He's a stand-up Italian guy from New York, a good family man. You know what I'm saying? Though, loves his kids, like things like that, like respect. Like it's not bullshit when it comes to Italians, and I can feel that when I'm around him, and I respect that. I grew up in that, and don't let my tremendous skull or my long hippie hair from Colorado fool you. My father is very dark-skinned Italian. My mother was very pale, and somewhere in the mix, I got a gigantic red face, and it is what it is, right? It always is what it is. Now, without further ado, I'm going to get into the cigar, yeah. So it was interesting. Normally you smoke cigars, and then maybe you might, I got to meet Perdomo this week in Saka and smoke their cigars with them. Okay, that's astronomical in the same night. But in this case, I got to hang out with Jeff Amendola all week, and not only talk about his cigars or his dealings in the cigar industry and who he works with, and he works at Aganorsa, or who else he's going to work in the future, and that's, keep that private. But the point is, that generally is never going to be recreated because I haven't smoked one of his cigars yet. So to get to know just the man behind the blend and the brands and his concepts, for hanging out a few times, and I mean all night. I'm talking about cigar shops, to lounges out here like nightclubs. We're closing it out 2-3 in the fucking morning. Like it's a totally different scene, dude. I'm not in Colorado no more, man. Like the first day in fucking South Florida, the first night in South Florida, I spoke Perdomo 30th with the vice president of Perdomo and Nick Perdomo and I think his son, and then I smoked the Mikirta Black with Steve Saka. That was like day one, and Nish Patel was there too. And no disrespect, but I just said hello to him. How you doing? But I could tell he wasn't looking to hang out. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, maybe it'd be different if his brother was around. I would smoke a Rocky with Rocky. Whatever. One in Rome. The point is this. AJ wasn't there though. Maybe AJ will be there next week. Apparently, across the crossroads, this area of Florida and these lounges, Dumbarton Tobacco made a cigar, which I'm going to pick up and review, just for this lounge where I hang out. And I think it's a Mikirta with a green band. It might be Mikirta. I don't know. The point is, and Saki even told me when I was there how he made a cigar just for this shop, this lounge. I should have picked his brains more about that blend, though. I didn't. The point is, it's been a massive week for Richie, and if you're new to the channel here, Richie's my cigar nickname. It's a complicated thing. So we're going to get to the cigar. After all that talking, and I'm almost distracted now. And as far as the blend, I believe it's listed as an obscure wrapper. I don't recall if it was Ecuadorian or Nicaraguan wrapper. And then on the rest, on the one website, said undisclosed. We're gonna just light it up, and then I'll come back with the blend. The bottom line is, for you, for me, talking to the consumer side or future consumer side, is it enjoyable? That's all, people care about. Is this enjoyable? And then from there, the price will decide on who can enjoy it or how often you enjoy it. You know what I'm saying, though? In a way, if a cigar is great, that's one part. But the money is how much risk the customer's going to have to take, especially before he smokes it once. The higher the cost, it's more higher risk. Like if a cigar is $8, you're like, not much risk. If you don't like it, whatever. If a cigar is $25, that's a lot of risk. Because it is what it is. Money costs time. Unless you're on OnlyFans, and then you lose the meaning of life because you're selling your dirty underwear for $59.99 plus shipping and handling. And soft, gentle heat. I prefer matches, but I would say though, twice outdoors in the wintertime here in South Florida, it got a little too windy for matches, and somebody had to give me their lighter though. Although I didn't use Steve Saka's torch. But anyways, what last night was windy, dude. To smoke a Steve Saka cigar, Mikita Black, while he's smoking Mikita Black, and for an hour, just me and him at a table. It was like in the back part of the outdoor club, and it was towards the end of the night. It was the end of the night. Once he left, and pretty much the place was closing. Between like 1 and 2 a.m., me and him were smoking. It's like a dream come true. It was like, is this real? And we got some real deep conversations, and some things I'm not going to repeat on the live. Okay. Aromatically, I like how this cigar smells. This is a step in the right direction. That's a phenomenal smelling cigar. This is my first cigar of the day. I haven't had tobacco in over 24 hours, so my palate is clean. When you're reviewing a cigar or trying a cigar for the first time, don't try a cigar for the first time if you already smoked a cigar. You blew it. That night's over. You can smoke more than one cigar a day, but if you're going to try a new cigar, it's got to be the first cigar of the day. I can't stress it enough. Because after that, it's like, what are you going to do? Have a cheeseburger and then go have a steak dinner? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, whatever you do first should be the most important. You take your wife out for dinner, and then you can take out your girlfriend. You got to have priorities. A wife and a girlfriend's too much money. All right. Off the bat, it's a heavy medium plus. So already off the bat, I fucking love the aromatics on this. Aromatically, that's very nice. Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Look, and here's the thing. There's going to be some people going to say, oh, Big D. Well, that's my other cigar name, Richie and Big D. And I guess Big D, I do got a big Richie, so it is. It is what it is. Ask your mother. Point is, what's the point? There's going to be a small percentage that people are going to say, well, I'm just promoting this because I'm friends with the guy now. Like, if I didn't like this cigar, it would have hurt me, but I would have told the truth. Because I always tell the truth. And the cigar controls my mood. When I'm reviewing a cigar by myself, the cigar will control my mood. And if it sucks, you're going to know. You've seen it too many times on the channel. Draw is great. Construction's good. Smoke output's good. I could tell this guy designed the blend because even though it is an AJ produced cigar, the blend is not a full AJ cigar. So it's definitely, if you know what I mean by that, go try like a Monte Cristo 1935 or an H. Upman Heritage, or a Hoyo on the general side, Amistad Black. Those are full AJ cigars, meaning like, you guys that know what I'm talking about. Anyone else, you're not gonna understand it. So I think AJ makes great cigars and quality control, but I feel more of the cigars I like by him is when other people work with him and they choose the blend, but he controls the quality. And I think that's where it's the best situation. This is a great profile. The profile feels unique but not experimental. And I like that. What I mean by that is it doesn't feel like a run-of-the-mill Corojo or run-of-the-mill San Andreas or run-of-the-mill Maduro. And what I'm trying to say is, like, when you have basic box cutter blends that you could, like, let's say like Connecticut, but whether you change the brand, most Connecticut's are like, yeah, it's the same shit. Okay. It's lazy make. It's just same cigars, just change the band. This is not a lazy blend. This is very unique. It's very delicious. It's got a good enough balls to it, good enough spice, and we're just early on. I'm sure it's going to pick up. The finish is quite long and it lingers on the tongue, but it doesn't get in the way where it's like, well, if a long finish is bad, if you don't like, if the flavor's shit. Okay, like if somebody farts, you're hoping it dissipates. However, if you're sitting next to a beautiful woman and she touches your hand, you're like, yeah, that's nice. I hope you keep smelling good, baby. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is a good finish, you hope is a long finish. And a bad finish, you hope is a short finish. But you probably shouldn't be smoking a bad cigar. This is not a bad cigar. This is a fantastic cigar. And if I had a lie detector test on right now, it would say, well, yeah, Richie is telling the truth. I don't lie. So this just makes it even easier next time I see Jeff. And if he sees this video, or I just tell him, like, listen, that Speciale cigar, it's fucking phenomenal. Like, this makes it very easy for when I hang out with him. I'm at a medium full strength. Darkness, I'd say not exactly 70%, but more than dark, 65%. So almost 70% darkness. And if you're new to that, all the flavors combined. So picture, the darkest cigar you ever had being 100% darkness. So, but it's robust, but it's sweet, it's nutty, it's creamy, it has great texture, it has caramel, black pepper. It has a good amount of earth, but not extravagant amount. I like everything they did on this, and hold on. Nice, rich charred woods coming into the mix as well, but not a super dark charred wood where it's almost like mesquite wood, where it's just like burnt to crisp, which that's fine too. But a nice, darker than like a dry cedar. It's got a nice type of, of charred wood, or wood that's being charred, so it's not completely just, nuked. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope you do. So all in all, it's a complex cigar. Yeah. All in all, it has enough darkness. All in all, it has enough power. All these things to keep interested. The quality's there. The flavor's on point. The finish is on point. And it has a nice sweetness to it with the caramel texture. It's very nice. And a good amount of black pepper and salt on the end there. It's complex. It's delicious. It's sweet. It's spicy. It's long, heavy finish. This was blended by a guy that knows what the fuck he's doing. He's giving you, he's giving you a cigar with full service. You know what I'm saying? Not watching the clock. It's a fucking great cigar. I don't hand that out lightly. If something sucks, I'm gonna let you know, because if something sucks, I'm pissed off that I'm smoking it. This is a phenomenal cigar, and I'm in the first half inch. And this just makes it easier because I consider Jeff Amendola a friend of mine now. And for me to actually review one after we became friends, that kind of puts a lot of pressure on me. But at the same time, I'm going to risk it all, baby. Put it all on red. I was going to be truthful either way. I don't lie, and I definitely don't lie to my friends, right? So, because I did tell Steve Saka that I didn't enjoy the Stillwell cigar. I swear to God. Me and Saka were talking and this and that, and then and somehow we got to talk about the aromatic cigars and the pipe tobacco. And I said, it's a unique idea and different concept. And I asked him about how much pipe tobacco in each blend. He's like, well, Flecker, on a larger size, you really can't go past, I think he said 17 or 18 grams of pipe tobacco per the blend, because once you go past that in their testing, the burn would get too wonky and it would slow down too much, and fuck everything up. These are the questions I asked him, like, how much pipe tobacco you're putting in a cigar that's infused in a sense with pipe tobacco. But then I'm not going to go into what he said after that, because I'm not. I'm going to be a gentleman, and it was off the record, though, when we were hanging out, and I'm not. But as far as legitimate questions I asked him, other stuff that would be fun to talk about, I'm going to keep it respectful, though, because that was said in private, though. But I had a great fucking time with him. All I can say is Steve Saka is a fucking stand-up guy, and Steve Saka is brutally honest. Even about his own stuff, or being, retrospective, be like this and that, or, should I have this, or should I have that, or I don't know why this, or fucking, that guy, that shows the guy, he's another true artist of the cigar industry, that he's not just there just to make money. Like, I don't know, it was unique. It was unique. I guess. So, all in all, this cigar is a winner. If you know my rating scale, I have 0 through 5. But once I get to 4, I go from 4.1 to 4.9. When I come back, we'll get to the rating system. But I'm just going to tell you the truth, like I've always been telling you the truth. This is enjoyable. It's powerful enough. It's sweet enough. It's spicy enough. It's earthy enough. The cigar is complete balance. The finish is long enough. The cigar lacks for nothing. The cigar is part of your complete fucking breakfast. It's got the OJ, it's got the milk, it's got the Sunny D, it's got your Flintstone fucking vitamin, it's got a fucking Glock 45. It's got everything. It's part of your American breakfast. I can't stress that enough. We're back here, and a lot deeper into the cigar here. The finish is still long and strong. Strength is picked up. It's teetering between a heavy, medium, full, and almost full strength. Darkness, though, is not extremely dark. I'd say around 70% solid now. Absolutely enjoyable. Very delicious. It's got a pungent, sweet, and spicy type of vibe to it. Caramel, nuttiness, rich type of charred wood, which is very nice. It has a good amount of earthiness, but not a super amount. That very long finish, though, like, not for newbies, unless you can handle a stronger cigar. For everyone else, you're going to be really blown away. I'm blown away on how great this blend is, and how it's hitting me. And it's the main thing I'm getting from it is pungent. Like, everything it's doing is so savory and hitting me very hard on my teeth and on my tongue. And I did get a text back from Jeff, and from what I see, the binder and filler is undisclosed, and the wrapper is an Oscuro. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's very enjoyable, and the nice sweet notes of caramel and even cinnamon spices kicking in. That was a little while ago. So if you were looking for like a full experience of just a lot, but the blend overall, it has a message. The blend overall, it makes sense. It's not like it's just got a bunch of flavor, but you're like, what is this cigar trying to do? If you're looking for a stronger cigar that is still very smooth and does a lot, and still has balance, but I mean, you definitely want to eat before you have this. It's a great full experience on this cigar, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll come back later in the last third. I'm very happy to enjoy this cigar, and for the cigar to be given to me by the man that made this cigar. These are little moments in my life that, just like when I smoked the Makita Black with Saka, or the Perdomo 30th with Perdomo, to smoke 3 cigars this week with the men that created the cigar. I don't take this lightly. Where I'm at now in South Florida is like the mecca for cigars, and I've only been here 2 weeks. And this past week has been mind blowing. And there'll be more information and things that's happening in my life that I'll let you guys know as they develop. All I could say is I'm in the right place for my talents and my gifts, and dealing and networking with the cigar community, and my passion for reviewing, but also just why and who we smoke cigars with, people we know and people that we don't know. In reality, if a brother smokes cigars, even if you just met him, you already know him, due to the connection of the respect. Because if you smoke cigars, you respect yourself. Because clearly there's no cigars in prison, and you want to keep smoking cigars. So therefore, you want to be on the up and up and enjoy a free life. And I'm having a phenomenal experience with this. So definitely, if you're looking for a newer brand that's definitely up and coming, and you want to support them by buying their cigars, and so they can, well, they are going to keep going on in the future. And I can't stress it enough. There's a lot of great brands out there, but special because I know the man, and I know what he's about. And so if you're looking to buy a box of cigars or something, or invest in something, I could say the money will go further going with a brand like him. Check out. It's definitely a box-worthy cigar. And once again, I don't lie. I'm not just saying that because I know the guy. If the cigar was just okay, I would tell you the truth. Like I can't lie. But it's phenomenal. And it's unique, but it's not like an experimental cigar. You're like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, this is a great blend, and I am really enjoying it. And on my scale of 0 to 5, and from 4.0 through 4.9, you know how it works. And once a cigar gets to where it's good and smokable and could recommend it, I start off at 4.0 and go from there. It's going to be a solid 4.65 for me, which is a high rating, and it's definitely going to be a box-worthy cigar. So, phenomenal blend. Definitely reusable. If you're into stronger sticks, you're gonna really like this cigar. I'll come back. Well, we're deeper in the cigar, almost near the band, and smoking through great. Yeah, it's pretty much teetering between a super heavy medium full to a borderline full strength. Now, it's not super dark though. It's still 70% darkness. It's just been a great experience. If you're looking for a cigar on the stronger side with everything, sweetness, spiciness, complex notes with the rich charred wood and the just the right amount of earthiness. This is just an expertly blended cigar that he had made through AJ. I'm happy I'm smoking this. I'm in a great mood. Finishing the tongue and teeth is phenomenal. That's a box-worthy cigar. I'll come back. Okay, so we're getting into our last third, and strength ramped up. It's definitely solid full strength right now. So, and that's with the whole ash. If I drop that ash, you'll pick up a little more. If you keep a whole ash, like I do a lot of my reviews, definitely cools down the cherry just a little bit. I gotta say, just hats off, phenomenal blend. And it was a gift for the man that made it to give it to me, and for me to review it. And I was going to be brutally honest, like I always am either way. And in the affirmative, I could say this is a solid smoke. And the guy knows what the fuck he's doing, designing blends. And I just wish him and his brand and his success, past, present, future, all the best. And I appreciate this from the bottom of my heart. And I appreciate you guys coming around the channel, hanging out, shooting the shit, and we'll be back later on with some lives later on in the week, and I'll have some more good news for the guys. I think I'm going to drop the ash. Let's see. There was no problems on the draw on this. Massive smoke output. I mean, massive. I mean, this thing is burning very well. But got a lot of time out of this. I don't know how long I've been smoking this thing. Probably almost an hour and a half. So, definitely check it out. Definitely check out the brand. And on every level, solid cigar. If you're into stronger cigars, I think this is something that will fit nicely in your collection. And even though the cigar has great strength and great depth and complexity, it has a nice creamy texture throughout, and it's very smooth. So it's a very balanced for a stronger cigar, and I think these cigars would probably age pretty well. We've seen with anything with AJ product, his tobacco, whether it's just his name or other cigars he made for other people, that they don't age out in like a year, and then they become like weak overnight. So I mean, it's something that if you did buy a box and you wanted to have some, and then maybe save some for a year or two, you know, you can do just fine with that. I do believe also they work with the Pravada Cigar Club, so if you want to check them out from there, wow, really, really intense, and definitely even more without that large ash. So it's a solid 4.65. It's a box-worthy cigar, and definitely reusable if you're looking to have a stronger stick that it's going to be a lot of fun to smoke, and it's not boring at all. But at the same time, it has a clean, smooth vibe to it, but with a super long, heavy finish. But it hits all the boxes. It's sweet, it's spicy, just enough earth, nice charred wood, complex flavors, and long, heavy finish. So, for the first time smoking this brand, I'm really fucking impressed. And I have nothing bad to say about it. I'll see you guys around. You stay fresh. No cigars in prison, guys. Stay chill, stay fresh, use quality soaps. I'll see you soon.